The murder of senior journalist Gauri Lankesh in Bangalore last year sent a wave of shock throughout the country. For months, the probe seemed to be going nowhere, and now the Karnataka police claim that the case has been cracked. So in their charge sheet, the police say that Gauri was killed by a right-wing activist for being anti-Hindu. The key accused is a man named KT Naveen Kumar, allegedly an arms dealer, who also admitted to a plot to kill a known rationalist, Professor K.S. Bhagwan. Professor Bhagwan was actually given police protection after the murder of Kannada scholar M.M. Kalburgi in 2015. According to the police, Naveen Kumar is a member of a pro-Hindu outfit called the Hindu Yuva Sena in 2014. A report in the Indian Express today also said that the same gun was used to kill both Gauri Lankesh and M.M. Kalburgi, and that in fact points to something much larger. Well, Gauri Lankesh's sister Kavita Lankesh is joining us on the program tonight. Kavita Lankesh, thanks for speaking to us this evening. What are your thoughts, on how this investigation has proceeded and what the charge sheet is saying, that Gauri was killed for her, basically her point of view?
Absolutely, I've been saying it from the beginning, from the day she passed away, from the day she was killed, that it was basically ideological differences, and it was nothing else. It was not the left or anything like that. It was extreme right wing, because she's been very vocal about being anti-Hindutva. But I think we should coin a new term, because people are getting confused between anti-Hindu and anti-Hindutva. So I think this Saffron Brigade or Sanghi, against those kind of things, something should be coined up properly. Because my sister, in a leading newspaper recently, they gave saying she was killed because of her anti-Hindu. She was never anti-Hindu, but she was anti-Hindutva. This we were very sure, and I had great faith in the SIT team from day one, because they were very apolitical, they were very unbiased, which was required for this case. So I had put my full faith in them. Though it was a very difficult and meticulously done murder, they have managed to come this far, and I'm very happy at the way they've been going. And I hope they close soon with all the killers as well. The motive is very clear now. The killer should be caught, I think.
What's actually scary as well is and I pointed out what the Indian Express reported today, that the same gun, the forensics says, was used to kill Gauri, the same gun which was used to kill Mr. Kalburgi, a known Kannada scholar. So there seems to be a pattern here to target people, as you say, who obviously have a very different and more critical view of the sort of right-wing politics.
Absolutely, I think. Everybody who's a rationalist, for instance, who's speaking against the Hindutva Brigade or Saffron Brigade, they're all being threatened now, including Jignesh Memani. As you know, today and yesterday, he's been threatened, and he's not been given protection at all. And Jignesh was Gauri considered Jignesh her son. So any kind of people who are talking now should be very scared. And this kind of silencing my sister was one of the prime examples they wanted to show, that you talk against like Hindu God or Hindutva, you're going to be killed. Ravish has been happy. Everybody is being targeted, I think, and there's no protection. And if the police and everybody start protecting people, who could be more brave than my father, who would talk against these things, And he never had protection, nothing like that. But now the times are so dangerous. People can't talk, people can't discuss, people can't have a difference of opinion. And that's a very dangerous trend we are living in.
Having a look at the police charge sheet, which, lists, they claim they have a lot of evidence. They've listed 131 specific items that they see as evidence against the accused. But and I want to ask you this again. I remember we talked about this when Gauri was killed as well. Did she get regular threats? Did she ever talk about it? Did she say that she was being hounded, trolled, anything at all?
Not really. To the family, she never said. She was just joke, come on, I'm on the hit list. And she thought it was a matter of pride she was on the hit list actually. She's crazy that way. She never told us, and people trolled her, and people sent messages and things like that, but not something really dangerous, I thought. At least we were clueless about it, at least until this happened. Otherwise, maybe we could have warned her to keep protection, but she wouldn't, knowing her, being a journalist. She wouldn't want protection and cops running behind her with gunmen or anything. So any journalist worth his salt wouldn't want a security from the government. And especially, she always said, I don't want anything from the government. She was always anti-government, whichever the government was. People thought she was pro-Congress, but not really. Many people say so. So it's like I mean, as you know, journalists can't run around with protection and cover stories or anything like that. Or her activism, which was, I mean, many times people would come and, revolt or, raise slogans like they're doing with Prakash Raj now. But how do you know it's going to be to this stage? If we had known, in fact, I told her, come and live with us. She said, no, I would rather live alone and independently and things like that. So we really didn't know it would come to this kind of heinous murder they could commit on a frail, of course she was bold and outspoken, but a frail, very mild and loving lady.
So finally, Kavita Lankesh, let me ask you, are you satisfied with the probe? You did indicate that you were, and I'm asking this because it seemed initially that the probe was really not going anywhere. This has really taken some time to reach this point where this charge sheet has been filed. But you said you always suspect...
because you know what happened. I mean, every other...
Go ahead.
Every other week or 10 days, the SIT would meet me, and the team would meet me and tell me what they're doing, but not exactly reveal everything, but at least to keep us satisfied, saying that the case is going somewhere, and these are the steps taking. And so of course, sometimes they showed me the disappointment that they've reached a dead end, but yeah, this is the way of probing other things. So that way I knew they were at least one faith which I had in this team was that they were not fascists and they were not against, a particular this thing. Either they were not targeting anybody. They were not targeting Naxalites because Gauri was supporting Naxalites and saying, bringing them back into mainstream. They were searching everywhere with an open mind, I think. And I'm still being at least informed what kind of steps they would take in a positive way, not really the details. I don't know names, I don't know things, but they are informing me, and I was quite happy with it, and I've kept my faith, and I still keep my faith till they find the evidence, which is going to happen soon, I hope.
All right.
The killer being caught or the guns being found, I mean, that might be a little difficult, but I still think it's possible.
Well, Kavita Lankesh, thank you for speaking to us.
From what you see from Pansare Kalburgi case, they've gone much more beyond that.
Yeah, exactly. And those are cases where we haven't seen a breakthrough in such a long time. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Kavita Lankesh. Here's hoping that the police do ultimately get to the bottom of this once and for all, up to the very last person who was involved. Thank you very much.